fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I almost never cut off yellow leaves from my plants, so before panic sets in, you should know that yellowing and dying off is a natural part of a plant cycle. Now, I have heard some bizarre things like a plant is wasting energy trying to keep yellow leaves alive, or even that small leaves are sucking energy from your plant, so you have to remove them. But that's not true, and generally not what's actually happening. On a generally healthy plant, the cells in a yellow leaf are being dismantled by the plant. The nutrients from that leaf are being remobilized to be used in other parts of the plant. It's actually protecting the plant and increasing its ability to survive stress, anything from drought, pests, and other pathogens. So generally, I do think you should leave your yellow leaves alone. Yeah, don't do this. I swear it's fine. A plant that's been showing a lot of yellow leaves in my collection recently is my Enjoy pothos. This Enjoy with yellow leaves, and especially many yellow leaves, can tell you a lot about what's happening to the plant. Let's check it out. One of the big issues on my plant shelf is that as soon as the plants start to get overgrown, they get crowded out and have a severe lack of light, especially because of my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma blocking a lot of that space. As soon as the light can't reach the leaves that are closer to the center of my plant, that's when it starts to drop them. Secondly, this plant has been up there for a pretty long time in such a small pot, so it's probably time to check the roots. Let's open it up. I don't really notice any big issues with the roots. They are a little bit dry, so what I could do is either water this plant a little bit more frequently or focus on exchanging the soil with something that is a little bit more water retaining. This section right back here is looking particularly bare. This section here faces the back of the window, which faces out to my balcony. It gets a little bit of morning light, but it's pretty easily blocked out by the sheer curtain and by other plants. Now, if your leaves are yellowing exclusively from the bottom of your plant upwards, this may be a nitrogen deficiency. Consider changing the soil or top dressing with worm castings, and remember to fertilize your plants. Now is probably a good time to clean up some of these leaves. All of the yellow leaves that I'm removing is from the inside part of my plant where light isn't really reaching anymore. I am going to replace a tiny bit of this soil and replace it with some fresh stuff. The plant is in good health, and unless it was severely root bound, I probably wouldn't be making any huge changes to the plant. Once you've diagnosed what's actually wrong with your plant, it is really important to remove those old dead leaves because they can be the perfect breeding ground for pests. The last thing I need to do is take some cuttings to make room for some new—
Put it down, put it down, put it down right now.
What is happening? Who are you?
Officer Lethius from the Roots Ready PD, that's the planting department. Suspect is resisting arrest. I'm gonna need some backup over here. You are under arrest. That plant has a do not propagate pattern.
I thought it was just for pearls and jade pothos.
It's both, you scumbag. You're going away for a long time. You make me sick.
Now, there is absolutely a time to panic. If your only leaf is turning yellow, then yeah, you should be freaking out. Take that as a sign that something's seriously wrong, especially if the plant is new in your collection and looks something like this. Your plant is in some serious trouble if it's already gotten to this point. Take a look at that stem. This might be the end. Now, according to Reddit, this plant was shipped in sphagnum moss in the winter with heat packs. Now, it is possible that this plant could have been helped by keeping the roots warm, putting it in a plastic bag to increase humidity, cutting the rot, and treating the stem. But with it rotting so close to that next aerial root, it's really pushing it. But there is hope with extra nodes here and here. A huge reason why I don't cut yellow leaves is because of how fast the yellowing is can tell you a lot. Under normal circumstances, a plant like this might be nothing to worry about. But if it's at an accelerated pace, you really need to look into why this is happening. Yellow leaves can really bring a deep sense of panic to a lot of growers, so I want to remind you to take a deep breath and don't stress too much about your plants. It might be nothing. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Seriously, it's probably fine. It's probably fine unless you have too much soil and not enough roots, your plant isn't draining out fast enough, and the roots are sitting in water. As long as your plant is getting good sun, adequate water, and fertilizer, you don't need to worry about yellow leaves. If you're looking for ways to stop your monstera from rotting, check out this video here. I'll see you next time.